If you followed me at all, you may know that the Forest of Enchantment Tarot is one of my favorites, despite the fact that I can never remember what suit is which, so I have to make a little guide. That's fine though. This is one of my favorite decks. It's so fun and whimsical and magical. So I was so excited when I found out that they launched an Oracle deck companion, the number 2 in this series. So now we have the Forest of Enchantment Tarot alongside the Forest of Enchantment Oracle. And this Oracle deck is made to work with the Tarot deck or just on its own as well. So I'm really excited to be diving into this deck today. It was released relatively recently, I believe in July of 2025. So I'm super excited to dive into this one today and to see if I like it as much as the Tarot deck. I am happy that it's created by the same artist and the writer, so that's really fun. It comes with a really nice guidebook right away, beautiful color. It's very similar to the guidebook of the tarot deck, actually. So I love that there are key words that come alongside the card itself. And then it also has an overall message of the card and kind of the lore. It then says the advice from the card as well as the lore keeper's note. Oh, this is really, really fun. So they say that the best way to use this deck is to use it with the tarot deck kind of concurrently side by side. So I'm really curious to test that out, but let's see what these cards look like. The back of the cards is like a portal. It's really, really cute. I want to see one of the tarot deck cards, actually. Let's take a look. So this is the tarot book. It's massive. It is like a full-size book, but there's not that much written in it. Really, the Oracle deck guidebook is much smaller. There's obviously fewer cards, but there's actually like just as much written in the guidebook. So it's very, very nice. And so these are the tarot cards. This is the size of them. It's a very standard tarot deck size. Oh, really beautiful details. And so in comparison, the Oracle deck versus the tarot deck, they look beautiful together. I love that there's a really similar color palette, but it's not the exact same like carbon copy. I like that it's different but similar, so obviously they would pair really nicely together. And then the size to me feels like a rather standard Oracle deck size, maybe a tiny bit bigger than a normal Oracle deck, but pretty similar. So let's flip through these and see what we think. Wow, this is already so beautiful. It's just so whimsical. I love how it really feels, this is cute. I love how it really feels like a fairy tale. Like it's just so fun. And I can see definitely that the artwork is so similar to the artwork in the tarot deck. Like I could absolutely see how this would pair really beautiful together. Oh my goodness, like this is so precious. Wow, they've done such a good job. And you know, I feel like this deck almost even works better. Oh, this reminds me of Narnia. I feel like this deck almost works better than the tarot deck because it's so big and you can actually really see a lot of those gorgeous details. Whereas in the tarot deck, because they are a little bit smaller, you don't quite get to see how beautiful it is. So it'd be kind of cool if they would make a bigger tarot deck version that was almost like the same size. It'd be incredibly hard to shuffle, but it would be really cool because the artwork really does shine in this deck. Oh, that's so cute. And I just love decks that have all these really small symbols in the back. You can see there's like a spiral, there's a globe, there's a little pouch, there's a key. I love when decks have all that small detail because I just find that it enhances the reading so much because on any given day, you might feel drawn to a different detail or something that, oh my gosh, I love this, to a different detail or maybe something that you hadn't, oh, wow, look at those. Oh my goodness. Oh, I really, really love this. It's so hard to even talk while I'm looking through this deck. That's why I often don't do first impressions, because I just get so lost in the cards that I'm like, what am I even saying? But I love all the small details, because I feel like at any given point you might be guided towards a detail that maybe you hadn't noticed before, or that maybe just is really speaking to you now more than ever. And I find that those symbols in readings that stand out like that, because they're so connected to your intuition, they are always so accurate. Look at all that treasure. Oh my goodness, that's so cute. I just want to live inside this deck. Like, is that too much to ask? Like, I should be here. I should be here with my badger friends. Oh my goodness, the little rabbits. Ugh. Wow, the colors in this are just incredible. I haven't obviously read with this deck yet, but just in terms of the artwork, I think I like this one even more than the tarot deck. Like, I feel like it's like even more colorful, even more beautiful, even easier to see, and like even brighter. I feel like the tarot deck is a little bit more like this one, where it's like a little bit more of muted colors, whereas this one to me just feels so vibrant. Brownies and bees. Oh my goodness. Wow. And one of the reasons that I don't read with the tarot deck quite as much as I would love to is just because the suits in the tarot deck I get confused with. Like I said, I have to have my little key written out, because some of the suits to me don't feel super intuitive. So like I have my little key here written, because to me, if I see, I don't know, to me, like a vision, cups, like I get it, but it's just, I'm not always going to remember. So I kind of feel like sometimes it slows me down a little bit when it comes to reading with the tarot deck, especially for like clients. I use it for myself still, but I find for clients, I don't read it as much as I would like to. But I will say that I will use this Oracle deck a lot, because it doesn't have that same issue, and it's just so beautiful. It doesn't have any numbers on the cards, which is interesting. So I'm not sure how easy it would be to find something in the guidebook, just because when we don't have the numbers, obviously can be a little bit challenging to find it in the guidebook. I'm just gonna grab the guidebook and see how it is organized. I'm guessing it's alphabetical. Oh, see, they have numbers in the book, but I don't see numbers on the cards unless they're hidden. Oh, okay, wait. Some of them do have numbers. Okay, most of them have numbers. Okay, except for, I guess, maybe the last card. Okay, the last few cards don't have numbers. Okay, I'm guessing it's because they're tools, like the Branch of Summoning, the Cloak of Vanishing, Feather of Finding. Okay, so these are probably, because they're more tools and connected with like the elements, I'm guessing that's why they don't have numbers, but the rest of them are all numbered. So sorry about that. I'm always like getting so confused when I speak. Anyways, so that is the Forest of Enchantment Oracle. It's such a beautiful deck. I can't wait to work with it. You'll have to let me know if this one calls to you at all, if you've used the tarot deck, and if you think you'll be picking up this deck. I feel like it's going to be so fun to use this fall, and I can't wait. Thank you so much for being here. I'll see you in the next one.